outlet for a kid like me who wanted a lot of attention and wanted to use my voice at all times.
Wow. And was it somebody in particular, a teacher, your parents? I mean, who saw that and saw that they better harness this to something good before this guy get expelled?
Oh, it was definitely my mom.
Okay.
I started in church, and I think I did some type of speech or whatever. And that, and the energy that I got from doing that speech, I got a standing ovation. I just remember that being like the thing that really kind of clicked in me as a little kid. That I was like, oh wow, this is a way for me to really kind of make an impact on folks. And so that was really the trajectory, and having my mom kind of coach me through that. And so yeah.
Okay. And
big ups to Mom.
Yeah, big shouts out. I'm telling you, man.
Exactly.
So then after getting out of high school, did you go to college? What did you do from there?
I sure did. So from San Francisco, I went to New York University, where I majored in drama and theater.
Okay.
And through that, that kind of evolved into me doing poetry, and that evolved into me doing music. And so the work that I do combine kind of theater and music and spoken word poetry all into one kind of big thing. And so that's how I operate now, and that's how I'm using my voice now.
Wow. And speaking of big thing, it is definitely a big thing, and had a chance to go look at some of your promotional videos and things of that nature and how engaging it is for the children. The Orpheum Theater is having a series that they're starting, Saturday series, and it's at 10 o'clock, and so they are trying to engage the community. I mean, literally. So they have gotten yourself, who's on, are you on a tour currently, or is this, you're just coming to Memphis?
So this was a piece that the show's called Voice Power, which is a vocal odyssey in search of one of civilization's most valuable treasures, the power of the voice.
Okay.
It was directed by Jim McGrath. I toured with it in New York City through an organization called Arts for All, where we basically hit all of the 5 boroughs from Queens to Staten Island to the Boogie Down Bronx to Brooklyn, so no borough was neglected. And this was Jim McGrath, who works now at the Orpheum, and so she wanted to bring this show down to Memphis, and so that's what we're doing.
Wow. And so what can parents expect, and what ages are you interested in coming to the event?
We're going really low, so from kindergarten on up, really. It's the show is ultimately us kind of exploring the really awesome ways that we can use our voice, from beatboxing to rhyming to singing to whistling and more. And I'm kind of like the guide. I'm the vocal guru that's skilled in the arts of verbal wizardry, kind of like the Dumbledore of diction, if you will.
Yeah, I got you. So how can parents, what are some simple things that parents can do to kind of help pull out their children's voice? I know one is to listen to them, but secondly, what else can parents do to really get their kids to kind of maybe begin to use their voices?
Well, I think sometimes it's really simple where, like, for example, I think even within the show, the fact that we'll be doing a lot of audience participation, the fact that we'll be doing things together, sometimes that makes it less risky for somebody to come through, But I've also found too, like at the end of the show, I'm going to be leading a poetry workshop, and sometimes just getting your thoughts out on the paper, that's a way to kind of use your voice as well. And we'll be doing all that stuff together, and then at the end of it, we're going to have that poetry workshop is going to morph into an open mic. So a lot of it, I think, is like, just making sure that you're really kind of listening to your kids. And for me, poetry and stuff has always been very much about allowing young people to articulate their feelings. And so I feel like a lot of times it's about parents really kind of just making sure that we give the space to hear what's going on with the young folks. And that comes kind of from my own background of being a teaching artist for so many years.
It is Voice Power, and it's coming to Memphis on the 29th, and you are invited to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And also, too, there's going to be a lot of other events happening on that day in terms of there's going to be some sidewalk art that you can do with the chalk and stuff like that. I think there's like some karaoke singing beforehand. I know Mama D's Italian Ice is going to have some frozen pops for people. And then, then we're going to do the Voice Power, which is a celebration of our voices. and then that'll morph into an open mic. So it's going to be a full day of fun, and you are not going to want to miss it.
All right, that's what's up. So you can go to the Orpheum's website to get more information. All right, man, any final words you want to leave with the audience here in Memphis?
Well, I'm really looking forward to being down there. This is my third time in Memphis, and what I always enjoyed about it was the music and food. So I'm looking forward to getting down there and listening to some good music and having some good food and meeting some new people.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for taking a moment to talk with us here at 88.5. We're excited about you coming, and this all is happening at the Halogen Center right next to the Orpheum. So definitely you can get all the details on their website. Thank you so much, man. If it's happening anywhere in the Mid-South, it's happening on 88.5.
Thanks a lot, man.